Hey kids, welcome to another episode of the Legions Lounge, episode 49. We're one away from 50 episodes, which is pretty cool. I got to get something
Milestone.
planned for episode 50, man. I had some ideas, but I got to get rolling on it. Yeah, this is the show where we talk all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figure Obscura, customs, and other mythic related action figures and other stuff. We are your hosts. My name is Trevor16Shooter. With me tonight is Bill at the Dorklair Dranowski. Nate is feeling under the weather. He might be in the chat, but he is just not feeling good, which sucks. I feel bad for Nate. Hopefully, it wasn't the whole
Get better, Nate.
weekend. Yeah, definitely get better, man. But I mean, this is the completely unscripted version of the Legions Lounge because we ain't got nothing planned. There's not a lot of news to talk about. I mean, there will be, but and we can talk about all that. But Bill kind of did a kind of a ask me anything kind of open free for all thing on his show last week, and I was kind of thinking the same thing for this week. So I said, let's just do it. Let's take some questions, talk about some stuff, and see where it goes. We'll bring on some guests, I think. So, how you doing?
Good. I enjoyed the
Doing
chill
good? Yeah.
stream last week, and I'm
Yeah,
looking forward
it
to
was
it
nice.
tonight for sure.
It was nice. We got into all sorts of strange topics,
Yeah.
but it was a fun conversation. And yeah, I want to do that every once in a while. But it is Memorial Day, so we want to obviously, hopefully, everybody had a good time, but hopefully took a minute to remember all our veterans who are lost. Whether it was a parent or a friend or whoever, we thank all of them for their service. And all the people who are serving now too. I mean, it's not about that today, but cheers to them. Let's see who we got in the chat here. We got Michael Casper first with the exclamation Clavian. Yeah, Clavian, baby. Red Dead Redemption. We got JMax77, Dave Orkin, JG, Curtis Ackerman, Cloud Foxwell with the foxes going on. Kevin and Boots, what's up, Kevin? Scott Baker, Patrick, what's up, Patrick? Mekareka, David Williams, Kirby Smith. Now I gotta get okay. Hang on a second. Just Shelvit, what's up, Jesse? Might be joining us later. Collecting Brothers, what's up, one or both of you guys? Wing or Lose, what's up, Wing? My brother, TJ, Tom, what's up? Joel, Controversial Toys. There's Nate. Man, I'm sorry, man. I hope it didn't ruin the whole weekend. But I hope you feel better, man. Mark D. You can just do this from the chat if you want. Nate, you can just call everybody out from the chat. Brick Something, Kevin Dufresne, Kevin Boots with the $9.99 bomb. Thank you, man. Grab a drink, hit the like button. Remember those who gave all. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Kevin. Good one.
Well said, Kevin. Thank you.
For sure. Sean S. What's up, Sean? Scott Baker, Recon Rage, Mark D, Joel Imig, or Image. Sorry, Joel. Skelesorta, Scarlet Kid 1, Tim McCoy's with $1.99. Say something, man. What's going on? Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. What do we got? Alec McLaughlin. Aristotle's here. What's up, Aristotle? I think that's Vonnie Rotten Picks, and I think that's it. We're caught up. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. It's a little, like I said, little unscripted. We got one big piece of news that we can talk about really quickly, and then maybe we'll bring on some guests to see what they think about that. Let me pull this up real quick. That's not it right there. Boom. First slot goes to Clavian. I am psyched. I'm psyched. Are you psyched? Are you happy? Are you?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Was
I
Clavian a
voted
pick
Clavian.
of yours? Yeah.
Clavian
Okay, cool.
was like, I think Clavian was like my third. So like, it wouldn't have been like the worst thing if he didn't get picked, but yeah, he was one of mine, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's just because listen. Here's some like I'm gonna put myself up screen so because I do have the man, the myth, the legend right here. Now, the reason I wanted him is because this is not mine. This is going back to the studio. I do not own him, and I would like to own him. And yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I saw a lot of
that's
people saying, it's just another, painted skelly with not a lot of deco, and we're gonna get the faction, the elaborate faction shield with something else down the line. So like, why? But you know,
I didn't realize
there
his
is that
sword was like
factor.
that.
Yeah,
Can
it's
can I see that?
it's kind of like a rusty, and his knife is the same way.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
it's got like a rust to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, there's different people in the cabal now. There's different people in this hobby, this line, and there's a lot of people who've been around a long time and don't want to spend $250-$300 on something this sort of basic. I mean, it's not that I haven't done it before, but like if we can get it in there, I'd like to get it in there. There's plenty of chances for some more interesting things, and we're going to get more interesting things. You know, I'm not even going to say likely this week. I know there's going to be interesting things this week. So you will have plenty of stuff to fulfill your needs for parts and things like that. And I get it. Some people missed more recent waves and are just getting into it and want the more cool figures. It's not the coolest, looking thing. I think it's cool looking, but it is what it is. Like this is the way it
It's
goes.
not the
So
flashiest figure. Um,
it is not. It
but
is not.
it's
Fully
a
admit that it
character.
is not the
Like
flashiest figure.
this is one of those character situations where it's like you want to get this character into your collection, and he's just not important enough for them to do a version 2, right? Like there's so
No,
many figures
not at all.
ahead of him for a version 2, but it's a cool character, and it's probably one of the top 5 most expensive figures in the line. So that
Yeah,
anybody
and
who doesn't have it
yeah,
but wants old figures, it's a win there.
exactly, exactly. Scott Baker with $5. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Just wondering if you've been shooting any older figures lately. Like Sir Galeron or Sake. No reason.
No reason.
Uh, maybe, maybe not those two, but maybe. I did start shooting some of the older waves like a while ago, and we're just like kind
Yeah.
of waiting to complete them. And now I look back at some of those because it was really early on, and I'm like, you know what, some of them I want to reshoot. So there's a lot of them though that I've gotten back to. So it'll happen. It's happening. If these guys ever stop churning out stuff that takes me weeks to do. I was telling Bill earlier, I just got done shooting the last sort of environmental promo pick for All Star 6 today. So just a lot of parts, a lot of prototype stuff. So it's a challenge, man. It's a challenge. We got a guest. We got a guest here. Star of the Just Shelve It show, which I can't. I'll be on eventually. One of these days they'll invite me. No, I've got an invite. Jesse, what's up, Jesse?
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
How's it
man.
going, man? How you
Doing
been?
all right. I'm doing good.
Cool. What do you
Doesn't feel
think of
like a Monday.
Clavian?
He was not one of my
Feels like a
votes,
Sunday,
but there
man.
were, yeah. Wasn't one of my votes, but he's definitely a great figure, and he's not one I have, so I'm looking forward to getting him.
Yeah, I mean that's the attitude. Like, it's just like, if you don't want him, I saw a lot of people saying, "Well, save me money." Okay, all right, good,
Yeah.
good, that's great. If you do have a pelvicus, though, it's not. Jeremy posted up today. I was going to show it, but he already posted it up, so you can see it. It's a little lighter in color than pelvicus, but again, if you do have any skills and just want to do a wash on this thing, easily done. You could easily match up with pelvicus, or reverse. You could do a little light dry brushing on pelvicus's face if you have a little more skills, and bring him into line with the colors of Clavian. But,
he's not naked enough for my pelvicus. I had to get one of the
right.
Wolf King skeletal torsos, so he is
Oh,
only got a loincloth on.
Wow, that's perfect. That's perfect. And yeah, it doesn't feel like Monday, man. It feels like Sunday. It's a really weird day.
Yeah, totally.
But no, I mean, I don't think there was a single bad vote. I mean, unless you're someone that's been in the line the whole time and you have every single figure. But
Yeah.
even then, they're all still great figures, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the rest of them are and all the reveals this week.
I think there'll be many happy people, and many upset people.
And I love that shield,
Curtis.
Like, I know the 3D shields.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's still cool, man. Like, come on. It's still a badass shield. Your partner in crime here, Curtis. Not sure about Clavian, but that guy at the bottom is cute.
Curtis, you realize that you just put a super chat up and covered your own face with your own super chat, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean this
he's
guy?
Talking about,
yeah.
He's talking about his blog post.
How he's using his AI generated photo for his actual like.
He looks like a Game of
This is
Thrones
awesome,
character
man.
in that picture.
I know he totally does, man. It's like he's a Baratheon or something, man, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
This is great though, Curtis. I was really happy to see this, and I was a little surprised because I kind of thought you had already been on there. I've read all through all of these like so many times, and like I don't know, for some reason I'm like, wait, Curtis hasn't been on there yet. So that's great. It's awesome. Lots of beautiful customs from Curtis. Talented dude.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome dude. Generous dude. Just a great guy. Curtis, if you want to come on, man, you can come on. You can jump on if you want. I know you hate to miss any show that you can possibly jump on to. I should talk. I'm like that all over the place. Hey, we got another guest. Star of the Hedgehog Action YouTube channel and the Saturday Day Live. What's up, man?
What's happening? What's going on?
Clavian.
Clavian?
What do you think of Clavian?
I'm pumped. He was my number one pick. First of all,
yeah,
hi, everybody.
I know he was. Yep.
Hi. The only thing that your photos sort of are pretty valuable because I've never actually held Clavian in hand. So I was sort of going off that old photo they used to have of Clavian. And he, like, that old photo was kind of blurry. And he just looks so different in that photo. Like, he's like a bright red, like you can't see any black wash or anything in the old photo. So I think this is a truer photo of what he is actually going to look like.
And this is an original. Like, this is the original figure.
Another thing, the old photo made it look like it was super shiny silver metallic. Like,
it did. Yeah.
And it's different. It's not quite like that.
No, it has. It's there's a sheen to it, but it's definitely that gunmetal color for sure.
Yeah.
And to your point, you said earlier that look at these photos by themselves, you might think, okay, this is like the fifth member of the Furious Five, but like on Jeremy's photo earlier today, he kind of like showed you sort of the difference. He did like a kit bash of them, and you can see the difference in the red bones. And there is
as you were saying, like if you if you have the ability to do a wash, like a dark wash over the bones, you could easily match that up to Pelvicus's face. I think just a dark wash would bring that. Maybe a little red black combo or something like that. But they made a typo. What is it? What does it say?
I think it's a joke saying instead of blog, it should be the bog.
I see. Okay, that's true. It should be
the blog goblin.
See what's going on in the chat over here. It's tough to keep up. If anybody sees anything, let me know. All-Star Waves are really interesting because they really show off how far the line has come. I mean, just compare Azar to Dubon. Yeah. They do. I mean, the thing has evolved, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like, but, there are people out there like myself who are, slow building completists. I don't need to have everything right now, but I do eventually want everything.
I think Articulated Times picked up on a clue that might have been given earlier, you guys.
Oh, really? Well, what's that? I saw Articulated Times.
At about 9:13.
Which I confirmed.
Oh, my goodness. That is big news. Don't bury the lead.
No, you're not going to be that excited about it. Well, no, you're going to be very excited about it, but it's just not going to be a dragon. Sorry. We already know that. $1.99 is confirmed. that he will have the shield? Is it confirmed that he will have the shield clip? Now, I don't know. That's the question. I don't know. I saw somebody pose that today, and I don't know the answer to that question. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but I guess the newer ones that have come. Is this true? Because I feel like.
Do I have one here?
I feel like some of the older figures came with the clip and not the.
Sir
One
Owain
second.
came
Hold
with the handle and not the clip. I don't know if he came with the clip originally. I wasn't in back then, but he was 2 All-Stars ago, and he had the regular handle.
I wonder if that was just a slip up, or I don't know if all of them have come like that. The All Stars. I don't know if Bill's checking on that, but
Yeah. So yeah.
Version
I
2
just
come with
checked.
handles.
My Owain also. Yep, that one has the handle, and then
Owain does.
yeah, Owain, and then Vetus has the handle grip. So
Okay.
they seem to
All right.
be switching over to that. So that is the
Yeah.
one difference.
I mean, for these shields, I get what everybody was talking about with the new heavier shields. But for these, I prefer. I know you can't have a weapon in the hand, and I know that is generally a possibility if you've got a real shield because it's going over
Yeah.
your arm. But I don't know how many people really do that. I don't know. Maybe it was.
I think
technique,
people
I
are
don't
wanting
know.
the clip.
Shields.
I think people are
What's
wanting
that?
the clip to switch out for the 3D shields.
Maybe, but I mean, I think that maybe because I mean, people were saying they wanted the clip, and so yeah, I mean, it isn't exactly the same as the original, which is a little disappointing. I'd like the clip too, so I don't know. Maybe that's something that they can do down the line is offer that as a like somebody just said in their bag of clips. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, it can't be a hard thing to do. I mean. It's already made, get a bunch of them, paint them different colors or something, and throw them in a bag. I'll take that.
That'd be cool.
What else we got going on? Curtis, if anybody else wants to jump on with us, I probably can only get maybe 5 people on. My Wi-Fi seems to be a little slow tonight, but if anybody's got anything to say about this, wants to jump on for a few minutes, hit me up either in the chat or I'll keep an eye on my messages.
We got an AMA question.
Yeah,
First,
Okay,
first
let's
ask
go.
me anything question from Brick something. Where's the toast vid?
No, man, I don't have any videos. Here, this is the best I can do. Let me see if I can even find it now. Talk amongst yourselves. I do
3D
have
shield.
a
Yeah, the
picture
original.
somewhere.
Somebody mentioned that. Yeah, the original Owain had the clip. They didn't switch to the clip till later. They all originally had the clip.
Did on the shield, the pictures? I'm a little confused because I was looking on my phone. Is that like battle damage, like supposedly on the surface of the shield?
Yeah. Okay. Let me do the close up again here. Where's my mouse? There it is. Boom. Yeah. So it's again, early days, paint instructions. It's just like, hey, put a couple of flashes on there. By today's standards, this is pretty weak, but it is what it is. That's what it was. Hoping we'll get that on there. I'm assuming it's going to be the same. Here, this is the best I can do for toast. There you go. That's the band picture, and that's as far as I can zoom in.
Full screen here. Wow.
Oh, freaking no way, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah. We were a lot of brooding going on here. This might have been towards the end of the day, and we might all been either just tired or stoned or both. I'm not sure.
What your 3 bandmates there, the thing that they got wrong and you got right. I think everybody is supposed to be looking in a different direction in a band picture. So you got that right. The rest of the guys are all looking at the camera. They're supposed to be looking at different directions.
Never look at the camera, man. Like, no, that's yeah. I chastised them for that afterward too. I'm like, well, you guys looking at the camera, man. It's not. Come on, stop. Yeah, there you go. Best I can do. let's see. Wait a minute. Maybe I can. I'm gonna unshare this and see if I can find another photo because I just don't want to go through all my photos with everybody here.
What year do we got there?
But,
if you've got a year for us.
No. We're not doing math. We're not doing math. It was the 90s. Okay, how about that?
We're amongst
90s.
friends here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
There was
92.
another.
Oh shit! I was gonna say 99, Trevor.
Thank you, Jonathan. You can stay.
Oh,
Nice.
I just meant the crow shirt, man.
Oh, see, well, there you go. That is actually like that's visual clues right there. You can go figure it out from the crow shirt. I still have that crow shirt and can still wear it.
No.
So take that. I was looking for another shirt. I had a picture with myself, and that I actually have long hair in that picture, but it's all pulled back. But there's a picture with me. We were at a Dio concert, and Savatage opened up for Dio, and I loved Savatage at the time. There it is. Oh my god, I found it. Okay, this is funny as hell. So we're sitting there watching. I think maybe it was Savatage, and maybe there was another band before Dio, because I know it wasn't Dio. We would have been paying attention to that. But suddenly we as you do back then, you smell weed behind you, you turn around, and it's the lead singer from Savatage, Brad. Oh god, I lost it. Anyway, lead singer of Savatage is like sitting right behind us, smoking a fatty. We're like, dude, holy shit, like, you guys are great. And so I told my friend to just grab his camera, and he actually had a camera. Like, this was before cell phones, and he actually had a camera on him. And that's me. And God, somebody help me out with his name. It's Brad.
Brad Sabotage, I think.
Yeah, Brad Sabotage. Thanks. Yeah, this was my my long hair there. So there you go.
That's freaking awesome.
The obligatory cutoff jean jacket too. It probably had something painted on the back of it, but I don't know what it was. Yeah,
Winger, probably Winger.
It wasn't. No, fucking Winger. Get out of here. You can leave too, John. Winger. No, it was probably Dio. It was probably Dio or Faith No More or Winger.
I was giving you credits for having a Crow comic T-shirt on before the movie.
No. I appreciate that. I'll take it back, Jesse. You're good. You're good.
That would be cool.
Hey, look who it is. It's Curtis. Curtis Ackerman. What's up, man? I'm going to take down my banner so we can see your face.
What's up, Curtis?
What's going on?
Still want the comments up. How you been, man? What do you? I think I know your feelings about Clavian, but if you want to tell the folks, that's pretty much it, right? That sums it up, right there. Like, yeah,
I'll get one. So I didn't vote for him, but it is what it is. I do think it was kind of ridiculous. Some people, asking for new heads and new this and that. Like that's not what this is. So, I mean, there's really nothing to complain about when the fans are allowed to vote, and this is what the top vote was. So this is what the majority of people wanted. If you want it, great. If you don't buy it. But there's no reason to complain about this. So
yeah. No, I mean, I don't think so either. Like, it may not be what you wanted, but we need like T-shirts, like "Don't blame me, I voted for Ignatius" or something like that.
Right. I want a T-shirt that says something along the lines of, "You preferring something else is not criticism."
Yeah.
I saw your post today.
Something like that, like that's not like they made X. Oh, I wish they would have made Y. Who cares? I'm sorry. That's just my criticism. They can't take criticism. It's like,
every time that happens, I feel like it's not a criticism. It's like you're just saying they didn't make the thing you wanted. That's it. Like, they didn't. Didn't. I wish they had done this, but they didn't.
I want a shirt that says, "Don't blame me. I voted for 2.0 figures." So I voted all females.
Yeah, really.
Hashtag not my skeleton.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pervasive everywhere, though. It's kind of ruining like fandom too. Like, what I mean, just the whole idea of like when a Star Wars movie comes out. I mean, it could be a bad movie or something or whatever. I'm just picking on Star Wars, but like it's like, oh, it should have been this, or in my head, it's like it's everything you were thinking it should have been. But it's like, okay, but Lucasfilm's not calling you. Disney, you're not on the board. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. This is Star Wars. You know what I mean? Take it or leave it. You don't like it, you don't like it. But there's no point in sitting there. It should have been this. Ray should have been.
There's
a way to do it, I think, too, right?
There is. Studios say numerous times that they don't really enjoy doing the All-Stars. Like, they would rather do new stuff. And I think you're just kind of hearing the community kind of come to that realization as well. Like, the new stuff is just so much better. So I don't know how much longer the All-Star format in the current state will be around. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. I hope it sticks around. I think it's a fun part of the community. I remember, it coming up in conversation somewhere along the line, and
Joe just read your minds.
There you go.
I hope it sticks around. I think it's
us
fun.
over
I
to
hope
the
it
side
sticks
here so you can
around.
see us.
But number one, they flat out said they don't really love it that much. But like even like earlier today, in some of like when Jeremy was answering people's questions, you could kind of tell like at one point he was like, this is one of the problems inherent with All Stars is it's pretty much just what we released 6 years ago or whatever it is, and we're not, and it's not going to get changed for this because that's not what it is. And you can kind of tell from the tone that they don't love it, but I hope it continues at least for a little while.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what they said it was going to be, which is exactly what it is, which is why are we so small?
Because of this.
Got to show off that beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. It's a little bit better.
Look, and Nate's still with us in spirit.
I know. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And
sorry,
what's that, Jesse?
I was just saying, like all the you should have done this or I wanted this. It's like people like coaching from their couch, at a sports event.
Yeah, and like Jonathan was saying, I think there's a way to.
Maybe it's.
Yeah, there's a way to do it. Like if we're going to talk here and say like, hey, the subject comes up, like what would you have done differently with like Star Wars? Fine, that's a conversation, that's a discussion. You know what I mean? It's not just me dropping taking a shit on the board. You know what I mean? It's just like on a post and just saying like this sucks. Like, well, why are you here? Like, why are you even in this group if you don't like? I've seen something like The Walking Dead. I used to watch The Walking Dead. I was in a group. And it was just always like they would say, let's talk about this week's episode. This show, tanked in season 3. It's season 6, man. Why are you here? like go away, man.
Just to complain that the people are still watching.
I think
exactly. It's like you got to be like me. You got to see it my way. It's like no, I don't. I enjoy it.
Some people have a very hard time having a conversation about something without without being. What they think is critical. I think a lot of people have this perception of what criticism is as being like negative, essentially. Like if I don't have something negative to say, I'm not real. Or I think I think a lot of people kind of have that feeling. And it might stem from them reacting to other people being overly positive and never having anything bad to say, but I think there is this mentality that a lot of people have that is, it's like, it's not genuine. It's just like this need to look a certain way.
Yeah. I had somebody tell me a long time ago, it was like something along the lines of somebody else's success is not your failure. So you can be genuinely happy for somebody else. And, if I didn't vote for Clavian, I really don't care too much about the character. But I'm happy for those people that have really wanted one and couldn't shell out the money. And, this was their vote and they're excited for it. I'm excited for them. And I can do that. The fact that their character that they voted for got in and mine didn't isn't, something that I need to be upset about. I can be happy for that other person. So,
yeah. And I think there's a nuance. And what I was getting to before too was just I don't even know if nuance is the right word, right? Because anything that you're passionate about, it doesn't mean that every thought you have about it has to be positive, right? Like, I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't have to like every Star Wars thing that comes out. And if I don't, it's okay to talk about it too. But there's a way to do it. Like, there's a way to like talk about your opinion and discuss your opinion with other people and give the pros and cons without like being a jerk about it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing with like, we'll take a look at some of the stuff from Legions Lounge art, because we haven't been doing that for a while. But it's the same thing with like, you know, like critiquing something. You know what I mean? It's like if somebody asks for, you like find the positive, start with that, and then, you know, ease into the here's what you could change, here's what you could do differently. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, just there's got to be something, like, you know what I mean, and, or at least respect the other person's like for it. You know what I mean? Like, I like this. You know what I mean? I'm good with this.
I do like the fan interaction of the vote for All Stars. I think in the future it would be, I think it would be more fun if we voted for like one character to have them do as a version 2. Like, you know, one character that we would like to see get an update.
That'd be cool.
I think would be, you know, better than just give me a figure that you put out 7 years ago that really has none of the cool parts that we have today. So
right. You mean after Otho 2.0 comes out, or
yeah,
Otho 2?
I mean, they're going to do their
2.
own version 2s, but like there may be a character that's not as integral to the story, but the fans would like to see. So like
that would be cool.
A good one would be like Galaron, right? It's a bucket-headed knight, but it's a bucket-headed knight with a really cool color scheme. So, you know, what if they did that one with a new human head and, you know, some updated parts, you know, kind of similar to like Gideon? That would be cool. So, you know, maybe you change the voting aspect instead of just doing an all-star re-release. Maybe it's more of, you know, something along the lines of that, like an upgrade.
Yeah, because then they get to do their new stuff, you know, and take their twist on it, and people get what they're looking for. So that is fun.
Yeah.
Alan, what's up, Alan? Good to see you, man. Nate is out. He's a little under the weather. He is in the chat here though, so you can say hi to him there.
Is this the part where we sing?
Jade Russo says, "No, there will be no singing.
We don't sing. Okay.
We don't sing here.
Toast songs only.
That's right. Only toast songs. If you can find a toast song. No, we never really put them up anywhere, man. It's another throwback. Like
Napster.
Yeah, I found my faction.
You got to go back in time and check Napster. But we used to like it. I envy like kids like now. Like you can, everything's on the computer, and I've played with it a little bit. You know, with even just running the guitar through, you know, like Garage Band or whatever. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like we had to get this thing called a Fostex 4-track. And it was, you know, you put the cassette in and it would split the cassette into 4 tracks. And that was it, man. That's all you had to do. So you'd have to bounce things over. You know, you do the drum and the bass at the same time. You know, get everything flawless, and it was nuts, man. It was ridiculous. My opinions are critical to some people. Okay.
I like Skelasoria's question. Why Toast? Like, what came together on that band name?
I think it was desperation for something. It wasn't my choice. I wasn't even in the band at the time. And I think it was just, I don't know. I'm sure there had been drinking or smoking involved prior to coming up with that name. So it just meant nothing. So
you were toasting and getting toasted
and eating.
Yeah,
toast?
I guess because it could have like a sort of a double meaning. It wasn't that clever. You know what I mean? It was I don't know. It didn't have a deep meaning. I mean,
I mean, if it was the 90s, like that's a perfectly legitimate name for a band.
Yeah. And the places we played and the audience we played to, it was perfect. So
it's easy name to remember.
I remember
easy chant.
We got booked into this like place out in the sticks, and it was like they did not want to hear our stuff because we were playing like Pearl Jam and Rage Against the Machine and Jane's Addiction and stuff like that, and that we were literally fighting the jukebox for country music like all night long. It was ridiculous. like there was 5 people that came to see us specifically that like would travel wherever we went. And then the rest of the bar was just over on the other side drinking, listening to country music on the jukebox. It was horrible. It's horrible.
Pearl Jam and Rage, huh?
Oh yeah. We were all over the place, man. We did a little Jimi Hendrix. We did some Frank Black. We had some very eclectic. I think that's why people dug it, because it was just different. You never knew it was coming. Every once in a while, break into some Freebird or something.
So I just opened
not
Ilgar,
the full song, just for fun.
just to confirm. Ilgar comes with the handle
Okay.
on his shield.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. That's the thing. Somebody could clean up by selling all their old clips if they wanted to.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Ilgar's
Nate says,
a
look
good
at all the attention
example
posts.
I was just going to say, Ilgar's a good example of what we were talking about too. Like for me, in that All-Star wave, like he was the dog out of the group. Like, and he's still, he's still a cool character, but the newer stuff just outshined it so much.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It will. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, I love Otho, but I mean, if you look at just Otho as he stands, not that exciting. You know what I mean? It's just it's a cool figure, a cool character, but like if they did a 2.0, it's gonna blow it out of the water. You know what I mean? So
look at
I mean, this is what Nate's saying. Yeah. Look at all the attention posts get when people get critical. Yeah, that's the problem. And I think that was you, Curtis, who brought that up like a few weeks ago on the Monkey King, on the Cabal. Just like, stop feeding this. You know what I mean? Just feed the positive stuff that's come out and stop hitting it. And that's good advice.
I do like some of the discussions that when they're civilized, like some of the discussions that can happen in some of those posts. Sure. But 9 out of 10 times they just devolve into just people like going off on, I gotta have the last word, and like conversations that spiral and become like my comment. I'm going to pick out the one thing you got wrong in your comment, and then it's going to be the basis of my whole next comment, and then that's going to change the conversation completely into this other thing just so that I can have the last word. And it's just social media like traps.
It's almost self, what's the word I'm looking for? Not fulfillment, but sort of fulfillment. Like just like I'm feedback, reinforcement, self-reinforcement. Like I just want that reinforcement. I just want somebody to tell me I'm right.
Whenever I see somebody going down that path, like kind of that negative way, I just wait for Bill's post comment where it'll say, interesting opinion. Thanks for sharing.
Dude, I was just going to say that.
That's like my favorite. I just wait for it.
I was going to really the way to go about it. I have to hold myself back because I get angry. Joe Gonsalves, what's up, man? $2. Thank you very much. This is my hobby to get it. Yeah. Even within, like, I was just this whole week. We did I do the 1 6-pack on Fridays. I know not everybody's into 6 scale stuff, but the Spider-Man 2099 came out from Hot Toys, and it's
weird looking,
a lot different from other Hot Toys. I mean, not every other Hot Toy, but it's different. It's jointed. It's visible joints. And oh my God, like the consternation on every show, and I watch these things. I watch YouTube, like I watch it like TV, and it was just every show. Like, and Tom and I have Watu on our show. We're both of like, you know what? I don't hate this. I don't know how else they would do this. He has exaggerated shoulders, this narrow little waist, and you know what I mean? It's a cartoon character. Like it's supposed to look like a cartoon character. I get that you'd like it to have like clothing on, but I don't know how you'd move that thing with clothing on. You know what I mean? To structure clothing that would actually move with those joints and those sharp, cornered shoulders and stuff. But I mean, it was never ending. It was just like every show was just like feeding on that. And it was, I got to the point I was like, I got to turn this off, man. This is ridiculous. Like you can't, everybody's wrong who likes this thing. It's like, no, be perfectly fine with this. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. People are crazy. And yeah, it's a hobby. That's the whole thing. Like I don't want to discuss things. Sure. Again, like we said, you can discuss things. You can have a difference of opinion, but I mean, just the,
usually
constant...
the actual criticisms that like stuff that's genuine criticism that's that is not just complaining or I prefer this over that is often the type of stuff that doesn't get the attention. Like they're like civilized conversations that are just probably boring to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, that's why nobody really watches the 1/6 pack. No, I mean, we have a core group of people who watch, but some of these shows, get a lot more views than we do, but they lead with that sensationalist headline. And tell you, I've done it a couple times in a way, like not even like to be negative, but I think one of my headlines, one of my thumbnails was is mediocre media killing collecting. In other words, are like just the lackluster shows that people aren't really into, or the movies that don't do well, kind of killing your enthusiasm for it. And that got great, because it was negative, it was like anything that's negative is like, oh, people want to, what are they going to say? What are they going to talk about? And we weren't really negative about it, except that, there's a lot of stuff coming out that we weren't thrilled with. So anyway,
Nikto dropping some Billy Madison over here.
What's
shampoo and conditioner. Shampoo versus conditioner.
I didn't get that.
Best scene ever.
Stop looking at me, Schwan.
I did put a poll in the chat for everybody there that's on YouTube for if you want to see whether you're picking up Clavian or not. So let me know over there.
Yeah, Brick does make a good point here. And again, like I said before, like I think it's fine. Like I'm passionate about things, and not every thought I have is going to be positive. It might be negative sometimes, but like for the most part, when like you get into like arguments and like toy drama, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not like that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm into. No. Other people can do it if they want to. It's not for me.
Yeah, and it was one of the things that I was thinking about when all this stuff was going on. I was like vocally talking back to YouTube while I was shooting pictures over here. In another case, there was people talking about in art, which if people don't know that, it's a high end 1/6 figure thing. And people have seen the Joker or something like that, but or that Aragorn that they put out, and everybody was like, when that came out, when the first thing was like, oh, are they going to be able to do this? It's going to be terrible. Rooted hair is people who have never seen rooted hair before, like it's going to be terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then, some of these shows have people on who are involved in the company itself. And when they're on, they're like, oh, I always knew you guys were going to be great. And like, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were completely trashing them weeks ago, because they didn't deliver on time or whatever it was. It's like it's stop, just stop. But what I was thinking is like I don't want the cabal to devolve into that. I mean, I hope that we can contain this and keep this line a little different from other lines. Even like Cloud knows Marvel Legends is gotten real. A lot of people bitter about things, pricing and stuff like that. And the prices will go up on Mythic Legions. I mean, it'll just happen at some point. You know what I mean? It's going to have to happen. And I know people shipping is a problem, but it just is a problem.
Mezco.
A couple people mentioned age and like how this line's audience tends to probably skew a little bit older than something like Legends or, Mayfex or things like that. And I think even though you'll see more and more as it gets bigger, you'll see more and more of that kind of negativity and that like just like petty little crap type stuff going on. I do think there will always be like a kind of a critical mass of people because of the kind of chiller older age of like a lot of the collectors.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's true. But I would think the same thing about 1/6. I mean, because they're expensive, so it's not like a college kid, is buying a ton of these things. But I guess even if you have a dozen of them, you're an expert. So, I guess you can have an opinion.
A dozen seems like a lot to me. Side note.
And with the Horsemen being so
me.
Wow. So
really
involved and interactive in the group and everything, I think it just gives all of us the thing that we get their ear, just because they pay attention. Everybody's got a direct line in. And I think that's a great thing that they offer and that they do. And because they do stuff like Intern for a Day and all those things where they do interact with all of us, but it does unfortunately lead to, people thinking that they're, they can just say whatever they want.
Entitled.
Yeah. It's difficult to like, I know, like, Trevor, yourself, Nate, Jeremy, you guys have these jobs that are, they're really cool jobs that you're working with these toy lines that you love so much, but you're also active in the community to where it's like, how many other toy lines are you going directly to the person making the box art and, offering suggestions or giving critique, or going directly to the person that's taking the photos, or directly to the director of marketing? Like, there's not too many toy lines where that happens. And so, one thing to keep in mind as fans is that, like, these guys have a personal life they got to live too. Like, don't message somebody at 2 a.m. complaining about some drama in the cabal and this and that. Like, just try to take that in consideration. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for the marketing guys at Hasbro. Ryan and it's their job. You know what I mean? They're out there. They get on the shows. They talk to people. They try. And they get blamed for everything that they have no control over. They're not controlling pricing. They're not controlling any of that stuff. You know what I mean? But, they try. At least they put something for a big corporation. They're out there and putting themselves out there. But luckily, that hasn't happened too much here in a direct attacks against specific people for certain things. You know what I mean? I've never seen that, to my knowledge, with Mythic Legions.
I've only gotten into like the Mezco groups in the last year or so, and I love Mezco figures. I love the line.
Yeah, me too.
I'm in love with it. When people don't like something in the Mezco groups, holy crap!
Oh yeah,
it's the end of the world. Like
when Batman came out, it was like,
and I was like, oh my!
Or when it didn't come out, for 3 years, it was But I will say that Paige on one of the groups, I think it's Mezco 112 Collectors, does a great job. And I've suggested this. I know it's work for somebody, one of the admins, but to put on the Cabal, put a reaction post here. You know what I mean? Talk about picking it up or bagging it, you know what I mean? Dope or nope, whatever, you know what I mean? Just like put it all here. I don't want to see a dozen posts with like, nope, not for me, or something like this right here. I can't find it. There it is.
Look on it.
I had to do that today. I saw Len's post and I was like, oh, I got to do something with that, man. I got to do something. I need more little graphics on the show. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's going to be my first one right there.
The sound effect with it was top notch.
It was really good. It was top G notch. Yeah.
Top drawer Kensington.
That's right. Top G notch.
Top drawer Kensington.
So what do you guys think? I mean, speaking of like access to the that we have to these guys through Legions Con. I mean, Legions Con is getting only bigger, right? I mean, it's getting bigger and bigger. I know people who I never thought I would see come to the East Coast, friends of mine, to come to the East Coast for Legions Con. It's gonna be great. There's gonna be so many more people this year that I know, and I can't wait to see. And not being able to get to SDCC, probably most likely, I won't be able to see them. But like Sideshow, for people who collect 1/6 and statues and stuff like that too, not doing SDCC this year. That was one of the biggest booths at that convention. And really the major 1/6 presence. There might have been some ancillary. I don't know. I think Asmus used to tie into other people and stuff like that. But yeah, not doing the conventions. New York Comic Con, Hasbro doesn't come anymore.
Nobody comes anymore.
Mezco, they're right down the street. They don't come. Mezco doesn't come. Lego, I don't think comes anymore. Funko, I think still makes it. What do you guys? Do you think this is a dead format?
I'm concerned about it. I was at New York Comic Con this year, and there was almost zero toy presence, at all. I heard Mezco is actually going to SDCC, so I'm hoping they come back because New York Comic Con's their home con, and it sucks that they're not there. But
is Mezco going to SDCC? SDCC?
Yeah, somebody posted the
DCC.
map and said that they have a small booth. Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless that's inaccurate. Somebody posted that, so
Interesting.
I don't know that for sure.
I mean, Super 7 does it because they're out there. They don't come to New York. But it is expensive.
No,
and their booth
comes.
Yeah, Super 7 was
Super 7 comes to New York.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. They do. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, because they had that really crappy Silverhawks display that everybody made fun of in New York.
Yeah, that was New York. That's right. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was bad. But they did a quick turn on there, and it seems like everything they put out now is much better than what those prototypes look like. So
yeah,
but I don't know. I think you're seeing a lot more of the virtual ones, the virtual cons, and then the specialized ones, like like Legions cons, where it's why do I want to go to a convention with a couple hundred things that I don't care about when I can go to one that's all about the one thing I do care about.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Do you think that's a result of like post-COVID world where just like people have adapted so much to doing so much online stuff that they don't feel the physical need to be in presence?
And these companies built up through that period, right? I know Sideshow started building like Facebook groups for their different lines, for statues, for stuff, and then they would do unboxings like on a daily basis of something, and then they would have some lives where they would do sales or contests, so they really built a community. When you go, I mean, I think they sold things at SDCC. They never sold anything at New York Comic Con, as far as I know. Maybe in the early days they did, because they couldn't. I mean, you bring in product across the country. It's like the Horsemen going to the West Coast, and it's like you got to bring all those 1/6 boxes across the country to sell. Why? You know what I mean? No, we're not doing that. But since they were in California, I think they brought some product to SDCC, but not a lot. Like, it's not like you could go there and window shop and like, I'll take 2 of those, 1 of those. It's like they had 1 or 2 figures that were, on sale during the con, and that was it. So, I mean, what are you getting out of that? I mean, all these people know who you are. They're tire kickers. They're walking through looking like, ooh, that this, $1,500 statue that they're never going to buy. What's the point? You know what I mean? Like, really, what's the point? They may as well stay home and save the $30,000-$40,000 that it costs probably for the booth and how much they got to pay people to be there and stuff. It's crazy, man. It's a
huge expense. And then for a year, starting with the pandemic, all the toy companies made more money probably than they ever had before. Selling stuff online. At least the collectible companies, right? So why would they spend all this money to go to a con? And even when it comes to the con exclusives, to your point, like there's no such thing anymore. Any con exclusive is going to be available online. And so I do think it's sort of coming to an end there. And I think that sucks for the fan, because that's awesome as a fan to go to a con, to this one place where everybody is there. And you just don't get that as much. So I'm sort of just cherishing whatever little bits of it I can still get.
I also think that additionally, because of that COVID era boom in collectibles, I think that some companies coming out of that into this economy right now are struggling. I think Sideshow might be one of them. And
absolutely.
That's a pretty major, like, just instant savings to just not do a convention.
Yeah. I just don't know, like, if they don't build it around, I mean, comics had a resurgence there for a while, and they're still, like, they're steady. I talked to a guy who owns a store the other day, and he's like, it's steady, but they're still putting out a lot of stuff, like multiple covers and things like that people are, after a while you're gonna start to see that it was like the 90s when I worked in a comic book store in college, like, hologram cover #1 every other week. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a new issue, whatever. And people are going to get burnt out on that, but that's the only way they can really make money, because they're not selling volumes of these things anymore. So if it's not comic books, and I don't know if toys are drying up, I'm not really sure. I mean, I know that people are getting, again, economies, shipping prices for getting stuff. Forget Mythic Legions. Talk about shipping a DeLorean, 1/6 DeLorean across overseas. It's crazy, man. And then there's so much coming out that I think I'm getting, like, to the point where I'm like, I can't even look at things that are interesting anymore, because I can't buy that. You know what I mean? I can't do it. Like, I gotta really focus. I'm selling stuff, and, like, it's just, So I don't know. I don't know if it's on a, if it's a bell curve, if we're on like the downward slope of collecting. Not for every line, not for everything, but I see a lot of people selling stuff and stuff like that. So if it's not toys, it's not comics. The only thing you got there is, movies. And they could do that online. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's exciting to see all the stars show up on stage and show a clip, but like, you could just show the clip on YouTube and like, you're going to get a ton of people, millions of people interested in it. So
I think
I don't know.
Local cons have gotten so good too.
Yeah.
Like some like Boston Fan Expo, Rhode Island Comic Con. Those are huge. Like if you're into like going and meeting celebrities and getting autographs and photos and stuff like that, and then going to panels and like watching them talk, like those are awesome, especially Rhode Island Comic Con. Like that is a great one. And you don't have to, you don't have to go to the big one where it's like hard to get tickets and hard to get in and stuff. So maybe local cons are kind of like taking over, sort of.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree too. I agree.
RetroCon is another one like that.
Yep.
Yeah, RetroCon. I hear Indianapolis
bigger.
was really good. MesquiCon was really good this year. So I mean, yeah.
Toylanta, right? I mean, Toylanta's big. I know there's an Emerald City one. Is it Emerald City? Up in the Northwest. Yeah.
Steel City Con in Pittsburgh's pretty cool. Like they get a lot of celebrities there. Yeah.
Pittsburgh brings in celebrities. Wow. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they're having like Billy D. Williams is there at the next one. And they do it like 3 or 4 times a year, I think.
Well, the things that work, again, like Celebration works because it's all about Star Wars. Again, they're focused. I think the focused con is the way things are going. You know what I mean? You've got Joe Fest, which I know has expanded out a little bit, but it's still basically G.I. Joes and now like Valaverse and stuff like that. But, PowerCon's expanded out to be a bigger con. We'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? Like it was just Motu focused. I guess I haven't been there yet. I'm coming there this year, but I guess it still is a lot of Motu stuff. But
it was last year.
A lot of things sprinkled. Yeah.
That was my first time going. And there was a variety of everything, but most of the vendors were very Motu focused. But then there was the Horsemen, and it felt like half the people at that show were there for the Horseman table.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I can't wait to go back.
That's what AR is saying here. It's actually the perfect time for Legions to take advantage. The others all ran out of ideas. I don't know about that. There's some great stuff coming out. They can put out products as fast as they're promoting, and everyone has everything already. Yeah, I mean, they have a timing issue too. I know a lot of people got into Cosmic. I know a lot of people who, wanted to get into Legions badly in the outer toy community outside of our, shell bubble. And they got into it on Cosmic and still holding out. I mean, because everybody's, used to waiting a while for things now, but it'll be good when that gets in hand and then the other stuff starts coming out, because I think it's like, people are starting to go that Mezco thing. Like, I ordered these, you're giving me more. Like, I get it. They're coming, man. They're not, it's not like, they're going to be, they'll be here. Oh yeah. Zolacon. That's another good one. Yeah.
I gotta say, speaking of Cosmic, like there's some serious demand for stuff because when I went to the what was it called, Shop to Curiosity, where 4 Horsemen were, and they had a couple products, like full production samples. I just took a picture of one of Slog in my hand and posted that on Instagram, and it's now probably my number one post in terms of engagement and likes in like and ever, I think, maybe like at least in the last 2 years. Yeah. I'm blown away by how much engagement this thing has had. People are like definitely looking out for Cosmic.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Our poll ended. I just ended the poll. You picking up Clavian? Yes. 62%. No. 37%. 81 votes. That's more people than we get for giveaways. I don't understand that. Everybody voted. When we give stuff away, it's like 37 people.
Speaking of which, I do have a giveaway item tonight. Whenever you want to do it. Yeah.
Oh, so do I. If you want one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn! Look at you guys.
Wow, 2 authos in one night. This is going to be amazing.
The key there was the pronunciation. Otho, which is my homemade creation here.
I gotta find my giveaway tool again. Good Lord. There we go. I got it. Nope. No, I don't yet. No, hang on a second. There we go. Who else has got another question? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, in case anybody didn't see it, we are doing an after party on Friday after the reveal.
Okay,
special.
I was going to ask if you were promoting that yet, or if it was going to be kind of a. All right, yeah, that's cool. That's going to be fun. Yeah, in years past, well, we'll do one for this show at Legions Con. But that's awesome, man. And I'm gonna join you guys, which is gonna be fun.
Yep. Trevor,
even though it's my
Trevor
wife's birthday,
we may have another guest or two. Who knows?
Yeah, Kurt is planning this on the week that I have D&D, and I won't be there till.
I didn't plan anything. The Four Horsemen are planning this.
Four Horsemen planned it, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get the Four Horsemen to work around Jesse's D&D schedule, but they would not do it.
Curtis made our bi-weekly show into a weekly show.
For sure, Nate. Those hand shots are killer sometimes, man. They do well. Anybody have a question they want to ask the poll? Anybody that we should poll people, or any thoughts? Anybody want to know anything? Or I don't know. What does start a Q&A mean? I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's a
question and answer.
Well, thanks, Curtis.
Yep, no problem. Cheers.
I guess that's for me. I guess that's for me to ask a question to everybody in the chat. So we're not doing that.
Sure.
We're taking the questions. Unless you guys got a question or a poll or something.
What's that mean?
Apparently, Rob Zamora has a friend who knows why Sideshow isn't going. I'm not sure if he's going to share it or what, but go for it. Rob, share it in the chat. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let us know, man.
Legions Lounge exclusive.
Oh.
Works for Sideshow, who just gave me a reason for not going to Sideshow. Oh, you mean not going to Sideshow to get stuff from them? I have plenty of reasons not to go to Sideshow, but I got to tell you, having gone to the Hong Kong dealers and stuff like that, I mean, if you buy any place from a licensed reseller in America, they're getting from Sideshow, because Sideshow is the distributor for Hot Toys. I mean, not the third-party stuff, but that's a whole thing. Yeah, I mean, but they've been pretty good. They do have good customer service. I will give them that. Wow. Holy cow, Rob, man, what are you doing, man? Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Gonna switch it over to the AMA part. This mainly for the Legions Lounge 3. If the Horsemen made a tribute to the Legions Lounge 3, what race and faction would you want to be? Would you want an extra head? I would definitely want an extra head. Wings, soft goods. Wow. I don't know. Holy cow.
Is that
right. I'll open this up to everybody, not just us, but like all you guys. Like if it was your figure, like what race?
I guess my question is,
go ahead.
We have to choose between whether we want an extra head or wings or soft goods. If I have to choose between those, I'm taking soft goods.
More comfortable that way. Yeah.
I think he's opening it up to anything. What would you want? I mean, would you?
I would want to
head
see. What I would like to see is, you know how like Too Bad is like the figure with two heads. I would like to see that, but like in reverse, like two bodies with one head. That's an homage to Nate and Trevor. So it's just one head, but two bodies attached to it. So
there you go.
And you'd want all soft goods, right? Like completely covered with soft goods.
Completely covered in soft goods. Yeah.
Right.
Over 100%.
Yeah,
I was gonna say rooted hair, but there's no hair between the two of us, so like that's not gonna happen either.
On the beards, you can do rooted hair beards.
Yeah, that's true.
Send it out and get it haired.
Seamless.
Well, what would you guys want? Like, do you even like? We don't have to go into major details, but is there a faction or a race or something that you'd want your tribute figure to be?
Hedgehog wizard. Hedgehog.
An actual hedgehog, like a hedgehog critter.
Like a critter, but like he's a wizard, right?
That'd be cool. I would love that. It's gonna be tough to get the robe over all those. Don't they have like quills in the back?
I'll make it work.
I would go
make it work.
Brute scale.
Little gel.
Yeah.
Brute scale orc with a wolf headdress.
Oh, that's cool. Surprised nobody's done that. I know there's been some wolf head sculpts or headdresses, but that's interesting. Jesse, you got to be a critter. You're a critter for sure.
Yeah, I'd be a dwarf scale fuzz monk.
Right.
Soft goods.
Fuzz monk. I knew that. I think I knew that already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill, what would you
I'm
be?
not gonna say what my accessories would be because I got called out for it on Friday night.
What does that mean?
For what?
What does that mean? I don't remember that. Did you get called out for it? Maybe I watched the whole show. I don't know. I thought I was watching.
Yeah, I don't know. They were like, "What 2 accessories would you come with?" And I named mine, and Curtis had.
He chose a book and a satchel. Okay, like the rest of us are choosing like lightsabers and jetpacks. He chose a book and a satchel.
He's a thoughtful monk. Curtis,
lightsabers, jetpacks.
Because I have jetpacks.
That book could be real. That book could be really heavy, man. You know what I mean? Like you throw that at somebody and like, bam, they're out.
He was already planning on adding other fodder to his figure because it was such a bad figure.
Just saying, if I wanted the cool accessories, I have them, but I don't have satchels and books.
Okay.
He's like the Xylonian librarian, which is really hard to say, actually. That's Zybrarian. Bill, you ever think about this?
Bill off.
No, but I love goblins, so maybe a goblin, and then that would be Arethyr.
I don't even know, man.
Like a goblin teacher,
but
Nate
also like
one out there in chat.
I might want to go cosmic if I get the pick.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I love.
Nate Strunk got his out there.
Oh, he does. Where is it? A ranger.
1006.
Yeah. I'd want like a cloak. So I'd probably be like, I'd probably be that too. That's kind of. Wow, man, we're a lot alike.
If the 3 of us are like made into figures, if we're in cosmic, we could actually be podcasters essentially. Like we could be like,
oh, nice.
We could be like
you'd have like a little mic
or communications, right? Or like something along the line of like.
That's true.
You could be like calling the grave ring fights.
Broadcasting.
Right, exactly. Hey, welcome to
over in this quarter here. We've got.
We're like that.
We're like the announcer at in the pod racing.
Eve. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
ESPN.
Good question. Thanks, Rob. That was fun. I don't know. I think I'd want to be a human. I think I might want to be a human. Boring. That's boring. I should probably be a skeleton. I like skeletons.
A little bit.
Just be the same.
If you're playing D&D
what's
though,
that?
like
What, Curtis?
Get some nice.
A little boring, a little Andor, but that's fine.
Oh god.
We have another super chat here from Jacob.
I see that.
Haven't been able to catch you guys live for a hot minute. Had a generous interaction on the Cabal today and wanted to pay it forward. Great crew tonight.
Nice.
Hope to see you all again at Legions Con. Nice, Jacob.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Ooh. Thanks. Awesome. Well, that's great. I mean, there's a lot of that going around on the Cabal, man. It's great. I mean, I really hope that can maintain that, and I really want to see more people just like think about that before they post some stuff. And I think we can cull some of those posts again by having like a dope or nope or picked it up or pick or pass or something like that post for each one of these things that comes out. You know what I mean? Just contain it to there. If you want to bitch about something, bitch about it in there and just leave the rest of us alone, please. So I know what to ignore. Yeah, pick up, exactly. Pick up or exactly.
That's never gonna get old.
I love that.
Hard pass.
So that giveaway, is that pulled up yet?
Yeah.
Do you have that pulled up?
Let's take this one super chat and then we'll do the giveaway. Next AMA, how do you each juggle all the different aspects of this hobby, from displaying the collection to customizing figures and dials, photography, podcasting? Yeah, we can talk about that, and I'll start the giveaway tool. Curtis, do we want to start with yours? What do you got for us?
We could do a hashtag
after party.
Better not be a
hashtag after party. Oh, always promoting.
And I have got a Legions Con exclusive unknown one.
Wow.
With the bonus head.
What?
So
bonus head. Wow, nice.
That's a heck of a giveaway.
Right.
And wings.
Jonathan's
And
like, I should have gone
wings.
first.
Yeah. Also, the wings look really good on Gorthok if he wins. Just saying. So,
hashtag after party it is. I think we know how to spell that, so I'm not going to put my hashtag in there. So, start it up. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. That's great.
Yep, no problem.
All right, it has started. We are collecting, so go ahead and put your hashtags in. Bill, like, talk about like, well, I mean, yeah, well, we can start with you, Bill. You know, the YouTube stuff, collecting, displaying. I know you got stuff all over the place. You say it all the time, and so do I.
Yeah, I don't balance it. So basically, if I'm putting out weekly content, like weekly videos, there's nothing else really happening. I'm not organizing. I'm not selling stuff. I'm not really doing anything else except for maybe live streaming that, like, other than just like reviewing and the mess getting worse, you know?
Yeah.
So that's tricky. And that's why you'll see, like, right now, between the, you know, the Figura Obscura that dropped on the channel a couple weeks ago, and then, you know, eventually when Cosmic releases, like, this is a great time for me to be doing some organizing and just, you know, just working on the collection itself, because I don't have a ton of stuff to review. I mean, I always have stuff I could review, but nothing is like super pressing and like in there. I know I have a few things that I've promised people, like Curtis. I still need to review the ramen toys, Quicksilver. I still need to review a couple other things that I really want to do, but it's like right now, because I have the opportunity, it's like I need to organize and clean and work on the shelves and do that stuff. So in essence, like when the podcasting or the content is flowing quite a lot, there's nothing else really going on.
Jesse, how about you? Now that you're, you know, a regular YouTuber too, you know, and you do the Facebook Cabal stuff, you know, your Mythic Minute and all that stuff, and customizing.
I mean, the only thing I really do outside of those things is occasionally I go to the movies, and D&D every other Friday night. You know, I don't do a lot. I don't have like a family. I'm on my own, so it's just whenever I want to. You know, so it's just I get stuff, I open them up, work them into the display.
So you get it done.
If I have to rearrange. Usually, and the thing that backs up is the customizing. I have tons of stuff I want to customize, so making the time to paint is the thing that takes the most time. But with the shows that we do, other than Curtis trying to get us to do like top 20 lists of toys we forgot even existed or whatever, I don't have to do a lot of prep work for shooting the shelf. You know, we put the slideshow, which Curtis is doing the slideshow now. He volunteered to do the slideshow. So it's pretty much making sure that the picture's drawn and posted. So it's, and like
he's just going to tell you, you can stay, you don't even have to come on if you don't want to after a while. Like, no, I'll do that.
But no,
don't worry about it.
I enjoyed, like, it's fortunately, you know, I found I've been doing YouTube for years, but like I never quite caught on with stuff. And then when I found the niche in the Cabal and with Mythic Legions, like that's just really clicked. And, so it's just
you're doing movies and stuff, right? Reviews and
I
did
movie and comic reviews and stuff. But I'm so far behind on my comic reading. So it's, you know, it's something I'm more passionate about these than I was any of those things. So it's just, yeah.
Gotcha. Jonathan, now that you're
is the hard part.
Yeah. What do you think, man? What do you I mean, you're sort of organizing your space now for YouTube and repainting your wall after rubbing your chair on the
Damn it, Trevor. Divulged my secret. Like there is no balance really. It finds a place wherever it can, you know, late at night, early in the morning, you know, if I'm trying to work on a video or something like that. My problem with the YouTube stuff is every time I go to make a video about something, like I keep thinking of new things I want to do, you know? So it, you know, 1 week turns into 2, turns into 3. So it's tough, you know, it's tough to have, and I do it like, you know, I have 2 kids, I have a wife, you know, we all have careers and stuff like that. So it's difficult to sort of like piece it in. And even the collecting, you know, it gets backed up. Like stuff arrives and then it just sits for a while because I'm like, I can't open it yet. I want to take my time with it or whatever. But I just try to like, I try to fit in my hobbies where they can. Like I love sports. I have like a football podcast, but like, you know, when football season is over, then collecting can sort of take more of a front seat. And then like on Saturdays, you know, I have a cool wife and she knows that I'm usually going to go live on a Saturday at some point. So she just knows. And I just tell her, and, you know, I do like, you know, prep for like an hour for that and then go on Saturdays. But I don't have like a regular schedule, which I think probably would be a little bit better. It's just, I just find space in the schedule where it fits and when it fits. And sometimes weeks go by and there is no space for it. So,
yeah. The prep for YouTube, man, even with the lives and stuff like that, is a lot more than people think, I think. You know what I mean? Sometimes if you're just like going on and we're just going to talk about stuff like this, I didn't do a whole lot of prep for. You know what I mean? I asked some people to be on. But I mean, normally, you know, there's a lot of stuff. You're having guests, you got to look up their stuff. You got to, you know.
And I like that. I like that part of it. I really do. Like, I like, oh, what are you going to talk about? Like, what's a funny way to say it? Where's some cool pictures that maybe people haven't thought of? I like that, but it takes time, you know?
Yeah. And then the editing, if you're doing any editing stuff, it's crazy. Yeah. Curtis, what about you? You still finding time to customize and stuff with all the shows you're doing? And
I haven't really done much painting lately. I've done some pop and swapping. I mean, for me, the shows come first because it's, you know, just a place to hang out with other people. So it's like it gives me that mini Legions Con fix, you know, where I get to hang out and talk with some others. So, you know, if anybody ever asks me on the show, like, that's why you see me so much. Cause I just like, okay, sure. Like, tell me when, and I'll be there. I don't turn anybody down.
It's fun.
But as far as like the collecting, I mean, I really do whatever makes me happy. And sometimes that's, you know, I'll have a pile of figures that are not opened yet, and I'll get one of those and open it up. Sometimes it's dusting my collection, which I actually really enjoy. I've got this little dusting brush, and I'll just go in and kind of dust them off and kind of appreciate them and look at them while I'm doing it. You know, sometimes it's posing or doing photography. So it's just really whatever is going to make me happy at that time, whatever's going to give me that fix. So,
yeah. Speaking of dusting, I got there's an attachment I got for the vacuum that has like a little dusting brush on it. It's very tiny. And you can put it on low and just, it's great, man. I love it for like 1/6 figures and stuff. It's incredible.
I was going to ask, actually, my sister-in-law asked me one time, because I have all my shelves, everything is out. They're not in cases. My shelves are all open. And she was like, do you want like a blower? Which I guess is a thing you can use to like blow dust off things. I was going to ask if anybody had ever used it.
But then you're just kind of blowing dust someplace else, and it's probably just going to settle again. But
if you're brushing,
like, I like the vacuum thing just because it just like it's gone. You know what I mean? I'm taking it away. Hopefully.
You ever as far as me or anything?
No, I haven't. I'm very careful about that stuff. For little attachments or whatever like that. Yeah, it's scary. It's not that powerful, but it's powerful enough to like you're still dusting it, but it's picking up like kind of the stuff that you're taking off. So
gotcha.
Yeah, balance is hard, man. I mean, I'm all over the place. I got this thing. I got the photography. I'm trying to sell stuff. I'm reorganizing everything, and I just went, I have so much custom stuff, man, that I'm never going to get to. I'm going to bring some of it to Legions Con. So if anybody's looking for like older sculpts and stuff like that, I'm going to be parting with some stuff, because if I painted something for every day for the rest of my life, I wouldn't finish all this stuff. So it's got to go, man. It's just stupid. But it's hard to pass that stuff up when you see it's like, oh yeah, I need that. I want that. I got an idea for that. It's kind of the same thing with the photography stuff. Like, I see a figure and I'm like, oh, I got a great idea for that. And yet there's a million things ahead of it. So I put it on a pile and I never get to it. And I'm like, then I pick it up and go, why do I have this? I don't even know why I have this. It's hard, man. It's control. I'm learning control.
think
we got
I think
another. Go ahead.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
I think
Jesse.
balance is a myth that we're trying to chase. You know,
I
Yeah.
hear that.
I
agree
mean,
with that.
there's a good
It's
there
not
is
never
a
gonna
good balance
happen.
between like
Yeah.
working too much or spending the right amount of time. Like we're never gonna feel like we have enough time to do all the things we want.
Generalities. Yeah. Mhm.
You know, it's just you just got to kind of find the right flow and the right rhythm, and you know, do what you can here, and if you can't do it, you know, move on to the next thing, and then circle back around.
Pablo.
Yeah, I think it's how you're feeling about it, and how those people who are around you are feeling about it too. You know, there are times when I'm just like, yeah,
Sure.
you know, like with my wife and I call it, you got a thing tonight, or like you got a like, yeah, I got a thing. 9 o'clock. I don't know. It's a weirdly unspoken thing. I don't know why. I think it's, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's a weird thing. I call it a podcast, whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm like every other week. But it's like sometimes it's like, oh, it's Friday night. You know, it's like, oh, do you have a thing Friday night? I'm like, yeah, I do. All right. Friends called up and, well, you want to go to dinner? And I'm like, yeah, can't really. 5 o'clock. You want to go to dinner at 5 o'clock? Sure. With the old people? Yeah. All right. All right. We got another question here. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
To Jesse's point, like one thing my wife always says with our kids, and I'm going to get it wrong. I forget what it is. It's equity, not fairness, or something like that. It's like everybody doesn't get the same thing, but they get what they need when they need it. So whoever needs the most, that's when everybody's not going to get the same, but it's like,
there you go.
So that's sort of the closest thing I have to balance. It's like, well, yeah, this is what I normally do, but this is what I have to do today.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's good.
Sometimes this fits in there. Sometimes it doesn't so much.
Right. I'm going to leave you guys to this. And then when I come back, we're going to pull this giveaway, and then we're going to go to Jonathan's giveaway. So current host favorite, I'm going to be listening, but I just have to run a little bio break. Hang on.
All right.
What is each host's current favorite cosmic and mythic figure each, and why? Curtis, how about we start with you?
Gorthok for the mythic, and cosmic, it's really any tusk. I just like all the tusk, and I want to army build the heck out of them. So,
and sorry, Bill, that was probably you probably could have read that instead of me. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So for me, right now, for Legions, it's still probably Bardrick. Like, he's currently probably my favorite Legions figure. And then for Cosmic, I don't know what's going to be my favorite. It's always so hard to tell. And I've handled all of them, and I still don't know, because the paint is a big deal, right? But still, the one I'm most looking forward to is the Olek Thygar in the space suit, the full suit. That one. That one and Vorga are kind of tied for like my most anticipated ones. I think they're going to be just killer to look at.
Awesome. I think for me, of course, Thistlethorn is my favorite Mythic Legions character. And I am really looking forward to, I'm going to say Vorga. I'm looking forward to that 1.0 female space badass. That she just looks great.
I guess for me, it's Hagnon is my favorite Mythic Legions figure, but there's a couple that are very, very, like, Alithia is right there, Arathir is right there, Scaphoid is right there, but I think Hagnon is my favorite Mythic Legions figure. For Cosmic, I haven't had a chance to handle them yet, so I don't. It's all just going off like the pictures, and it's close between like the Tusk Science Officer, if that's the white one with the blue head, and then Slog. Obviously, Slog is he looks like an event. So I can't wait.
That's a good way to describe him.
Well,
one thing I wanted to bring up here is I wanted to make sure we mention the armies of Ashmore.
That's right.
So let me just
let
me get over to that screen a little bit here. So I just wanted to remind people that this is going on. There's like 5 days left. Let's see. Yeah, five days to go. And it crossed that 109 mark very recently, and it's up to 110. And the next one would be 140. I'm sorry, 150, which means 40,000 more to get to this guy right here, Spectral Millwick. So
cool.
that's where it is right now. It's at 110, looking to try to get it to 150. Still 5 days to go, and we know that usually the last 2 days it ramps back up. It's been kind of like just creeping along for the last 2 weeks. So the other thing is that they didn't put the pictures on here. I wish they did. I don't know why he didn't do that. But so this weapons pack minus the staffs. So the 2 shield sets and then the axe and the and that thing. Let me pull it up on Instagram.
Well, if you scroll up, it has the one colored.
Oh, no, but I'm talking about the one that Eric painted.
Yeah, but at least that'll show you which weapons it is, because it's the same. It's this, right? It's in this whole set.
Well, minus these 2 staffs.
Oh, okay.
Right here. Those are the same 2. But let me pull it up on Instagram. Hold on.
I thought it was on the Kickstarter. Maybe, I guess not.
I think you might have shared it as like a post.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
I'm not sure where.
I would know where that is. That would be over here in the updates.
I have the hardest time navigating Kickstarter.
That's updates here. Brute weapons pack.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah. So Eric Miller.
Oh, okay.
So kind of try to give the quick version of the story. So Len printed up a set of the accessories and sent it to me to take some pictures with an ogre scale figure, and that's what this is right here. And then Eric Miller, EM Custom Parts, had commented that he would love to paint them. So I went and I asked Len and Matthew if that would be okay if I just sent him over for him to paint, just to paint them up and send them back or whatever. And they're like, yeah, they're yours. Do what you want with them. So I sent them out to Eric and he painted them, and it was so mind-blowingly awesome that Matthew said, you know what? Let's make these. And so this set is being made in this. Essentially, the idea was to kind of like paint it up to go with any other like figures, like to go with Mythic Legions, ogre scale figures, or any other figures, like not specifically keyed to, exactly like those other ones are to this particular line, but just to have a cool set painted in a more like just kind of realistic, grittier kind of style. And he just nailed it, just so damn good. And so that set is, if you've already backed, or if you're going to back for something like a figure or, whatever, this is $20 add-on, which is insanely good deal. These are such nice pieces. Or if you want to just buy this set, if you want to like, you're not really into the dinos thing, but you want to buy some cool pieces and support and get some stuff for Legions, like the set's $25, so, I mean, pretty cool add-on that just happened there. And cool. So 40K more to get to that, that blue translucent Millwick.
Hell yeah.
And I don't think they've put in any of the retailer orders yet. So hopefully that'll help boost that up as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if that counts towards like what unlocking that or not, but I know he's gotten a lot of. It does. Okay.
I think so.
I thought he had said he wanted the Kickstarter to do its own thing without the.
That's what I thought too.
The retailer stuff bumping up, but I don't know if that has changed or if I remember that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind that.
It's awesome.
But Bill,
it's great.
That story is so cool. The way that happened, like so organically, like just one thing sort of led to another, just because these people happen to know each other already, and like I just think that's so awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Absolutely. All right, let's pull this. We got a couple of the super chats I will get to right after this, but let's pop this up here. After party, we got 60 again. Like it's 100 people in here. What are you doing? Hit that like if you're not gonna, try the giveaway.
Legions Con exclusive unknown one. Come on.
I don't know. We had
can't
more
get this thing.
more people for the poll. I don't get it. All right, here we go. 63 people. Let's go. Sir Thygar.
Nice.
Sir Thygar.
Wow.
That is a name that I have not seen before. I mean, I've seen that name before, but not on someone in the chat. So congratulations, Sir Thygor.
Shipping to Valkatar is going to be expensive, dude.
Yeah, that's going to be expensive, man.
Could be.
Maybe if you know somebody in Zaxius, we can ship it there first, maybe.
Yeah, there should be transporting some stuff soon, I think. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's Hank in the Cabal.
Oh, okay. We'll just reach out to Curtis either on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and we'll get you hooked up. So
awesome! Congrats! Thanks, Curtis. That was great.
Yep.
That was
Very
really
cool. And don't forget to join us Friday for the after party.
For sure. We'll do one more, and then Jonathan, you still want to do a giveaway? Still good?
If you want to, yeah. I got
Yeah. Let's start it up now, and then we'll do some more super chats, questions. I don't think they're mainly questions, but what do we got here? Let me begin you.
I got a Goblin Legion builder.
Oh,
nice. All right.
It's not an unknown one, but it is a Goblin Legion builder. Freaking awesome figure. So
yeah,
there you go.
Cool. All right.
It might be my most purchased figure.
Me too.
Yeah. It's up there for most purchased all time too. I think behind Barbarian and Templar. I think it's like the number 3. So
what do you want for a hashtag on this? You got something you want to promote?
Hashtag
Gobo.
Hashtag Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. There you go. That's what we're talking about.
It's for real this time. It's not just me just going hashtag Hedgehog in the chat.
Hashtag Hedgehog. Start now. Good to go. It's HEDGEHOG. I will spell that one out for you. There you go. Let's get them going. Cool. All right. We had a couple of the super chats. I don't think there's some questions, but Rob just said, thank you for the fight. You didn't have to. Okay, but thank you, Rob. Reasons for Sideshow not going to STCC in comments. Too long to type. Sorry. All right. I'll talk to Rob tomorrow. We'll figure this out because I want to know. If that's the case, that or to avoid them. I'm not sure which. Edgardo De Jesus, $2. Keep the positivity flowing. Mezco Darkseed. Love it. All right. Cool. Don't own it, but good.
Excellent figure. Fantastic.
Anybody have it? You have it?
It's good. Yeah.
I have it. He's right there.
Okay.
He's awesome. Yeah.
did he just come out recently?
I don't know.
No.
A couple years
He's
old.
been out for a while.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they do a with all the Superman Returns ones. I'm hoping that they do a Doomsday.
Oh yeah, they should do a Doomsday, right?
Mayfix. I'm sorry, that's Mayfix. But yeah, I'd like to see a Doomsday from either of those, from Mezco or Mayfix.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
I never knew much about Darkseid. I wasn't a DC guy. Too anxious to join here. What do you mean, Cloud? Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. I just saw it. Mr. Allen, my schedule is to work 14 hours. He said, non-Legions AMA. Here we go. What are you anticipating more, new indie movie or Spider-Verse? Oh, I like that one. From Nate. Thanks, Nate. Nate participating even though he's sick. What a guy. What a guy.
I would like to say indie, but
go ahead. Yeah, Jonathan, so you start.
I would like to say indie,
I just hit the
but
comment.
That's okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trepidatious about the new indie movie. I hope it's going to be good. I want to like it. It's one of my the first 3 movies are 3 of my favorite movies of all time, period. So I want to love it. Harrison Ford, forget about it. Probably my favorite actor ever. I don't know. I'm trying to set my sights low and hopefully I'm surprised.
Well, it's 2 things. I'm hearing, and I know people have seen it, but I'm avoiding everything about it. But I've seen a couple of thumbnails. But again, as we just discussed, negative some thumbnails sell. So I'm not taking those into, too much giving too much face value to those. But I have heard on the flip side Across the Spider-Verse is like The Empire Strikes Back to Into the Spider-Verse. It's like
What?
people saying it's like the greatest animated movie they've ever seen. I mean, this is sounding like hype,
Hyperbole.
hype beast stuff. But they are saying it's good. So even if it's great and it's better than the first one, it's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be amazing. I really hope Indiana Jones just does justice to it, and I don't go out of there going, really, really. I just don't want to be sad about seeing the end of Indy. You know what I mean? Like the end, because they've already done that to me once with my childhood heroes. So, what do you got? What do you think?
For me, it's
Curtis?
Spider-Verse because
Is it okay?
I actually have a legit chance of seeing it in the theaters because my daughter will go see it with me.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, I'm excited to go see that.
Yeah, these are two I have to see in the theater for sure. I have to go see Guardians of the Galaxy yet. I haven't even seen that. I was supposed to do that.
Oh,
this
that's so
weekend, but I
good.
didn't. I know. I heard.
The big one that I'm just going to
Je-
go by myself to see this summer is going to be Oppenheimer. I'm just going to go like matinee on like a Wednesday during my school vacation and just go sit and watch that thing. Looks so
Dude,
good.
the matinee's the best, man. That's what I did with like Return of the Jedi. I just went like at
100%.
noon. There was nobody there, and it was like, I mean, that's a long movie, but I work for myself. I can take a long lunch. You know what I mean? But I mean, literally, like, what are movies? An hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Jesse, how about you?
I want to say I'm most anticipating Indiana Jones because I'm confident Spidey is going to be solid. That first movie was so good. As long as they keep it on par with that one, I don't think I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Indy, for me, the way Last Crusade ended with them literally riding off into the sunset, as excited as I was for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull before I saw it, I was like, and then at least we'll get Harrison Ford being Indy, which I feel like he was solid as Indy in Crystal Skull. Just the story was kind of meh. So
it was terrible.
I still haven't seen it.
You've never seen Crystal Skull?
Hell no.
I mean, it's not. I
saw that one coming a mile away.
watch it with friends and like Mystery Science Theater it, just and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, there are parts that you still like. Hey, it's indie, you know what I mean? But it's like overall, it's like a mess. But yeah, that's a good idea, Jesse. MST 3K it. Curtis, what are you looking forward to most, or something else?
Is this the part where I'm supposed to be heel Curtis and upset everybody in chat?
Yep.
You hate them both. You don't want to see either one of them. They're worse than Andor.
I don't see myself going to the theater to see either one of them. I'll probably catch them when they're streaming for free somewhere. I've only liked Last Crusade from the indie movies. I did not like 1 and 2. Definitely did not like Crystal Skull.
Thanks for coming on, Curtis. So anyway,
and then Into the Spider-Verse was. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was good for an animated movie, but I can't see myself going to the theater for an animated movie. So
I'll be taking applications for a new co-host after this weekend.
Sometimes I feel like he's doing a bit, right? This is a bit.
No, I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. So.
Silverhawks is the greatest thing ever.
They're
but I
pretty
won't go to the movies to see Into the Spider-Verse.
Correct.
I will say I'm more excited to see Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, than either Spider-Verse or Indiana Jones.
I tell you what, if they did an
a
X-Men
real problem with
animated
Tom Cruise,
movie,
man.
So do I. But I like those movies.
I love those movies. And I haven't seen all of them, but I do like those Mission
I mean, come on, Haley Atwell's in it. Like, yes, I'm there.
So I like the TV show Mission Impossible. I thought that was really cool.
I'm also
I
a bad
couldn't get
person
into it,
to
man.
ask because, like, anything that I watch in the theater. Like, I know there's more and more of a movement of people away from the theater. Like, oh, at home it's better. It'll never be better to me. Like, I adore the theater experience. I think now more than ever, the theater experience is better. It's one of the few times in our lives now where the phone goes away, and for 2 hours, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. Like, I adore
exactly.
it. So.
I mostly agree with that, but
your phone goes away, but not everybody in the theater's phone goes away. That's the only thing.
For me, it's got to be worthy of going to the theater. So, but
yeah, I mean, I would go see more. go to, but like it's tough to get out sometimes, especially the two of us. But I would go to the theater all the time. My wife is not like a first night, big crowd thing. But she'll go. It doesn't have to be empty, but she doesn't like to go that first night. And that's what I used to like to do on all the Marvel movies. I was there, man. I had my tickets immediately, and now I don't really care that much. I don't know.
What was the last one you did that
That
for?
makes me nervous. Oh, first night. It's been a while, man. I
did Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I did on the first night.
I think it might have been Spider-Man. Because I know where I got seats way in the back. But like again, going to the theater now, like with the reclining seats, and oh man, it's beautiful.
Guardians 3 was definitely worth going to the theater for.
Okay,
so
yeah, I gotta go. I saw Thor, but I don't. Oh no, you know what? Actually, I think it was Thor. I went. My wife didn't go, and it was super disappointing. So,
yeah, you watched the bad ones, but not the good one.
I know, it was terrible. It's terrible.
My buddy and I, we go to the IMAX Thursday night for all the night before the official release for as many movies as like the Star Wars, like anything big, like Star Wars, Avatar, Marvel movies. We'll go see those as soon as possible on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Usually at the IMAX, they have the one with like the seats that vibrate or whatever, like the speakers around.
Oh yeah.
That was cool seeing Guardians and Top Gun in that.
I don't know how excited I'd be about that. I'm not sure.
It's not as dramatic as it sounds.
I'd like to try it out.
Not like it's not like it's
just
not like
an
amusement
little
park
jolt
kind of
when
thing.
somebody moves or something like that.
Like when the jets land on the aircraft carrier.
It's not like water splashing in your face or something.
Yeah. It's not like a full simulation.
There used to be remember there was I wasn't there, but they used to try all these gimmicks and stuff in the 50s and 60s for horror movies and stuff. Like there was one called the Tingler or something like that, and he would creep up and touch somebody on the back, and they had the seats were all triggered to buzz underneath it when he touched it, and people freaked out. You know what I mean? It's I love that kind of stuff, man. That's cool.
The Tingler. Nice.
The Tingler, right?
Where I'm from, that's called something else.
Yeah, that'd be.
Well, I know you wouldn't really be getting away with the Tingler these days. I don't think. Exactly. Yeah, comedies. I don't know, man. There's not a lot of comedies that draw me in to go to the theater anymore.
Is Raiders in the theater? Is there a re-release of Raiders? Douglas Tupper in the chat says that he's looking forward to go seeing Raiders in the theater this weekend. Is there a re-release?
I don't know if there's an official re-release, but I know that a lot of local places had the full Star Wars original trilogy playing in the theaters over the 4th, which I wanted to go see, but I don't know.
Somebody mentioned Alamo Draft House in the chat, and they're opening one in Boston.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing, Clyde. I'm sorry. I stepped all over that, Bill. I'm sorry.
I was just saying somebody mentioned where is it? Somebody mentioned
Tingler.
Vani mentioned if you can get to an Alamo Draft House, do so, and they're opening one in Boston, and I've
heard
pumped.
that.
I can't wait.
I've heard that.
Aren't they super strict on making sure you turn your phones off and stuff?
Yep.
I love that.
And it's they have really good food and stuff. It's just
beer and
high end, awesome. Yeah.
That's what
I love the dine-ins anyway. I only go to the dine-in pretty much now anyway, and I don't know that I ever would have thought that I would like it as much as I do. I love having a drink. I love being able to get food, and it's not so much since the pandemic. You don't really order food from your seat anymore. At least the ones that I go to. So there's not even that. In other words, there's not servers coming. Don't worry, it's Dark Side. He's fine.
Oh boy,
there's not service coming in and out all the time.
Is fine.
But even when there were, it never really bothered me, and I love it. Yeah, this thing's a beast.
Oh man, I can't stand dining theaters.
Oh, I love it.
So I've never been to one. Are you cut off from other people? Because I don't think I want to either see out of the corner of my eye other people eating.
I've been in two different ones.
People cutting steaks. Oh, I would notice it. I think. I don't know.
One I went to was like
everything,
you sat at like a bar table, so it was like you could sit 3 or 4 people at like a bar, and there was like a bunch of them throughout the theater. Like that was the whole point.
But no
it was a very
separation.
themed place. Nope. So like I'm sitting here with my 2 or 3 friends, and we're eating like friendlies or not friendlies, like it doesn't matter. Restaurant food
or whatever. I want
then I
people
went
to
to a
shut
different
the
one.
fuck up. I don't want any fucking sound. I don't want you getting up and
I
moving
hated it
and stuff
'cause,
like that. You gotta pee. That's one thing. I get it.
Knives clattering on
we went
plates
to
and
we went to like
glasses
it's like nobody's a good audience anymore. Even like concerts, but that's another thing. But we went to a show. I took my wife to like it was like a quartet, right? Like in a church. It was really cool. Like they were playing. She likes Adele. They were playing Adele music. We had these people next to us who it's quiet. You know what I mean? It's like it's a quartet, and the candles everywhere. It was really nice. But she like reaches into her bag and gets some crinkly thing out, like potato chips or something. I don't know. Like she was looking like a throat lozenge that's in the bag. Like you couldn't took one out and put it in your pocket before you got here, and it crinkle, 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 and she takes the thing out and she unwraps it. Crinkle. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? Right now, you needed a lozenge for your throat? Come on, man.
It sounds like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm or something.
It was totally, man. My wife and I just look at each other like, really? Yeah, I want complete silence in the theater, man. I want to see people's phone. Shut the fuck up. There's always the old people behind me too. Like, what did he say? I thought he was married to her. Isn't that the guy that was in the car? Shut up.
Whenever we've gone as a big family,
figure it out later.
To the movies, it's always like the short straw is everybody's asleep. Who's gonna sit next to my mother-in-law, my wife's mom? Because she's like a million. Like I remember we went to
She's
go
asking
see,
the
like,
questions.
Deathly Hallows, like in IMAX in the city, and like from the beginning, she's like, "But wait, so what's happening?" And I'm like, "I don't know either. I was watching this."
No, that's the worst. That's the worst. Like, why did he go over there? We're gonna find out. Shut up.
No, my favorite mother-in-law movie story though is we watched Fellowship of the Ring, and we watched the whole 3.5-hour movie, right? Family movie for a holiday or something. We got to the very end, and like it's quiet for a second. It ends. They're the Fellowship, and she's like, "Wait a minute, we just watched this for 3 hours and they haven't left yet." And I was like,
well, that is true. I think a lot of people who don't know Lord of the Rings have felt the same way, quite frankly. I'm gonna screenshot this and show this to my wife. Thank you, Death by Mexico. Sure. She gets a lot of that. But all right, let's do this giveaway. Let's move it over.
Ooh, JG, those are both great theater experience movies.
What's that?
Oh snap!
Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival.
Oh yeah, 2049 was so good, man.
Awesome on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw Arrival too.
Wait for Dune 2.
That was incredible.
Yeah, Dune 2 on an IMAX, like a big, huge IMAX screen.
Yep,
is going to be awesome.
I need to see. That's a thing where I need to go. I want to go and I want to watch the first one again, like back to back. Like take a break for like a half an hour and then come back and watch part 2. I totally want to do that. All right. Hashtag Hedgehog for a Goblin Legion builder, 54 people, even though there are 90 people in here. Whatever. Okay. Here we go. Boom.
Good luck.
Luis. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. All right. Jonathan, should he get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can message me on Facebook, Jonathan Donath, Donath, or on Instagram at Hedgehog Action. Either one of those, if you message me, we'll get it right out.
Congrats, Luis. Congrats. I think Luis has won before. I feel like he has. I don't know.
He's a hacker.
But congratulations. Yeah, who knows? There you go. That's that. Back to us. Take this out. Yeah, I mean, if there's no more questions, I think that's a show. We're at about 10 of 11, so we've almost gone for 2 hours. Appreciate both of the giveaways, man. That's awesome. Hit that like before you leave, guys. This was fun. We'll do this a little more often, especially when Nate comes back. So I want to hear all his answers to that too.
One thing that we should mention that I don't do enough either is encouraging folks once it ends to just jump down in the comments. So you have like the live stream chat, but then the video itself is going to live on, and like throwing a comment in the comment section of it is also very helpful.
Yes, it is. It's helpful to the channel that it's more activity. You know what I mean? So anything you can do, even if you're just saying great show or whatever, or, give this up, you're terrible, or, you're a
Hedgehog, you were the best.
Hedgehog's the best. Yeah. Well, anything like that is fine. We'll take it all.
Last Crusade's the only good one.
Right. Yeah. The Last Crusade. I agree with Curtis on everything. Andor sucks. Whatever. That's fine. I'll block you, but we'll appreciate it. All right, guys. That was awesome. Tomorrow we get another reveal, number 2, from All-Star 6. Who's it going to be? Who's your guess? One last round of who's the guest for tomorrow. So this is second place, right? Clavian was number 1, I think, in vote getter. So who's your guest? Start with Curtis.
Gorthok.
Okay, Jonathan.
I'm going to guess Sir Galeron.
Sir Galeron. Okay, Jesse.
I'll go with Gorthok as well.
Gorthok. Bill.
I originally thought Gorthok was going to be the number 1 pick, and it turns out that was Clavian. So I guess I'm going to say he'll be the number 2 now.
All right, Gorthok. Is everybody in the chat? There seems to be. Oh, Rick Jones is saying Borear.
It's not going to be Borear.
Keep dreaming.
I would love an upset like that, though.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
As much as I want a Gorthok, I would love more Warriors too. So.
Yeah.
Get some Patrick Boyle colors on them.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Bothar. We got a King Noglin. Gorthok. Yeah.
Gorthok's going to make it. My predictions were...
He seemed to have some headwind, so we'll see.
Well, the 50% of that was Curtis. Yeah.
Right. Gorthok probably. Well, we'll find out. We should know bright and early in the morning. Again, appreciate you guys coming on, taking your time out to do this with us. This was a lot of fun. We're gonna do some more of this stuff. Nate, get well. See you on the next show. See you Friday on the after party for after 7:30. I think is the. We should have talked about that. I guess 7:30 is going to be the 4 Horsemen stream, introducing the new All-Star 6 figures.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then after that, give or take. What do you got? Like 9 o'clock, Curtis?
Yeah, 9. I think 9 Eastern. The sale goes live, and then our show will start at 9:30 on Offworld.
Perfect. So. All right, cool. So I will be jumping on there. So I will see you then. And until then, Bill, you're on Thursday.
Planning it, yes.
Okay.
Typical. Right. I think 210 podcast episode 210 should be this Thursday. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. All right. So you'll at least have 4 to talk about at that point. So, and
right.
It'll be the day
that'll
before.
be the plan, is to talk about
the top 4 and,
yeah. And then we want to, my goal, if I do a live stream this week, is to have a conversation. And this, Trevor, you're not going to be allowed on this week. Because I want to have a conversation trying to predict what the rest of them, the new ones, are going to be. Yeah, so you won't.
It might be fun trying to watch me like not move my face at all, but I have a good face. So. You just put me in. You should put me in the corner, like like the sign person or something like that, like just over there, just like Trevor can, to see if I can just go. All right, look for that. Look for us in a couple of weeks. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if All Stars is. I mean, I think we're going to wrap it up all in this after party. But I don't know. Maybe we'll jump on a Monday or something like that. But I'm also doing all these little news drops during the week. So I most likely will do one of those like Wednesday or Thursday this week, just to talk about the stuff that's come out so far.
Don't forget Sunday night, Trevor.
Well, yeah. Did you announce it? Is it up there?
Yep, we announced. I didn't make a post yet
okay.
today, but I did. We made the announcement last night. Trevor's joining.
Yeah, baby.
On
Shooting the shelf. I can't wait,
night,
man. I can't wait.
We got a lot of things to discuss.
Oh,
Trevor and I are going to have a great chat about Andor while Curtis.
We're going to talk about Andor.
We're going to talk about Andor, Frazetta.
Indiana
X-Men
Jones
animated series, how terrible it is.
How great it is. Yeah.
Watching cartoons.
Long
in the
shot
theaters.
sucks. Yeah.
Blue Dubon.
It's going to be fun. Blue Dubon is dead. That's dead, man. Stop. Put it to rest. That's right. Nobody puts Trevor in the corner. Or on the shelf. But I am going to be on the shelf on Sunday. So, all right. I will see you guys then. Thank you. Good night and good luck out there.